Christmas in Connecticut is one of those films that I always meant to get round to seeing, but I just never did. Finally, it came to the top of my to watch list, and ignoring the fact that I'm watching this in April and nowhere near Christmas, I really rather enjoyed it. It wasn't as phenomenal as I thought it was going to be. From what I'd read around it, I thought it was going to be something along the lines of It's a Wonderful Life, that kind of classic Christmas film that will stay with you forever. Not quite in the same league, but I still thought it was pretty good fun with a really interesting narrative, quite funny, and Barbara Stanwyck is amazing. So this was released originally in 1949, directed by Peter Godfrey, starring of course Barbara Stanwyck as Elizabeth Lane. And she plays this writer who pretends to be the perfect housewife. Because of course if she's a food writer, she needs to come across as being exceptionally well domesticated and being the perfect housewife who can cook these, brilliant meals for her doting husband. And it looks like her lie might be unveiled because her boss and a war hero decide to invite themselves to stay with her for Christmas. And she now has to try and put on this traditional family Christmas, but of course, she's not the perfect housewife. She's not overly domesticated. I think she's a very brilliant character. I think Elizabeth as an individual is very fascinating. I think she's a really interesting woman. And as a character, I thought she was pretty great, very well developed. The fact that she is almost atypical of a woman, of a female representation in the 1940s is brilliant. Because they were expected to be domesticated and the perfect housewife. But that's not always the case in reality, and I think that Elizabeth is a fantastic emblem of that. It is very funny. I don't think it was laugh out loud funny, but there were a few moments that I thought were exceptionally well written. The delivery of lines, of course, were brilliant across the board. Very well acted, very well cast. With regards to being Christmassy, it's not the most Christmassy feeling. It doesn't have the biggest Christmas vibes. There is a Christmas tree. There are a couple of Christmas carols in this. I think you will get some Christmas vibes, but it's not one of those films, for me at least, that will put me in the Christmas mood instantly. Certainly for me, it's not going to become a Christmas classic, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well directed, very well shot, very well acted. There were a few moments where I felt like the acting was a little bit stale, not from any of the leading actors, just from the supporting cast, but that was but it was irrelevant to my enjoyment of the film. I did enjoy it. I would watch it again. It won't become a Christmas classic that I will watch every year. But, if it's on TV or anything, yeah, I think it would definitely hold my attention again. Christmas in Connecticut, I definitely say for me was one that was worth the wait.